Hi, so today we're gonna be doing just like a quick little makeup look for the summer. So it's gonna be melt proof for the most part. If you're out in the, hot blazing sun, this is gonna be like minimal makeup, mostly skin, like mostly your real skin. So yeah, if you like this kind of video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe before you leave, and you can follow me on my makeup related Instagram. All that stuff is always down below. Let's just dive right in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to moisturize my skin because I did not do that. I'm just going to take the Tatcha water cream. So my plan for tonight was to edit an already filmed video. But then when I went to go look at the footage on my computer, I realized that there was no sound. And this was not like a video that I could just kind of voice over. Oh man. So we're here and I was like, oh, I might as well kill two birds, one stone, because I've been wanting to film this like kind of easy summer melt proof makeup for a little bit. And I was like, I'll just do that and then also film the video that I had already filmed. I'm going to go in with some sunscreen. So this is the Derma Protect Daily Defense. This has SPF of 50 and it's also a great primer. And it's a great primer because it's tinted. So especially on days where you're not wearing a ton of makeup, a tinted primer is like your best friend. This also blurs your pores so well. I don't find that this breaks me out at all, and I love that it has an SPF. I used way too much. I'm gonna let that kind of sink into the skin. Okay, for eyes, I'm gonna take this Supershock shadow from Colourpop. This is in the shade Desert, and it is a satin, so it's not completely matte, but it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. It's kind of like a neutral brown. Oh my god, I just dropped it. It's fine. Okay. So I'm just going to take that on a fluffy crease brush. And I feel like people are scared to use these shadows with like regular brushes because they are like a cream formula. But I think they work just fine. So I'm going to put that in the crease. And even though this does have a little bit of shine, I like it because it's like kind of gives your eye a little bit of a dimension, especially on days where you're not going to be trying a whole lot. It just feels like this is like more lively. Brush is the Sedona Lace EB13 brush. It's not like the softest brush in the world, but I think it blends out so easily. Alright, I think we are good to go. And then I'm going to take this other Supershock shadow in the shade Amaze, and I'm just going to grab that on my finger. This is an ultra glitter, and I feel like their ultra glitters are a little bit more sheer. Just gonna put that all over the lid. And I feel like this color blends really nicely into the other color. I'm grabbing the first brush again and just gonna kind of blend everything willy-nilly. No additional product. And that's all for the eyes. Except for mascara. We'll put on a little bit of mascara. So for the face, I'm going to keep it really simple with the Just Concealer. I'm going to use the Glossier Stretch Concealer and put that in places I want to conceal. Which is like everywhere, kind of. But the point is that I'm not wearing, I'm not going to put on foundation. I'm kind of using this to like brighten my face mostly, not really cover. I mean, there's obviously spots that I want to cover, but this isn't really for like covering, it's more for brightening, if that makes sense. I'm going to take this dry sponge, I know, dry sponge, what? And I'm just going to pat all that in. And then the thing with this kind of like makeup is that you want to make sure everything's set, especially if you have oily skin. and especially if you're using cream products. If you're going out in the sun and you're putting makeup on, you definitely need to powder everything down. A, so it doesn't crease, and B, so it doesn't like slip, you know? Okay. And I'm going to take the Colourpop No Filter setting powder and use that same not damp sponge. And just put it where I put the powder. And you can use like a tinted powder if you wanted a little bit more coverage. If you didn't want to wear foundation, definitely just, you know, go in with a tint of powder. I'm going to grab a big fluffy brush. And even though we didn't put makeup everywhere, I'm going to set everywhere. And then we're going to do a little bit of blush. I'm choosing this strategically, so I'm using the Toasted Cinnamon shade from Burts Bees, and that's because it's a little bit warmer. A really warm blush so that it kind of warms up without, you know, using bronzer. I might have done a little bit too much on my nose. For brows, I'm going to just use my trusty BadGal Trio. And since we're not doing a ton of makeup, I'm just gonna fill them in like that's it. Alright, a couple more steps and then we're done. I'm going to put on this GrandeLips Plumping Gloss because this will actually add a little bit of color. And then I'm going to do some brows. No, I'm not. I'm going to do some mascara. Okay, yeah, my lips are tingling, so they might look a little bit red now. And then just to top off that, I'm going to do a little bit of this Fluide Gloss. And then last step is to set everything down. The matte setting spray, so this is the Milani Make It Last Matte Charcoal, I think? Matte Charcoal Setting Spray. My nozzle isn't working that well. I'm gonna get my sponge and just quickly press that in. And you don't have to do that part, but I'm going to. And that is pretty much it. So I hope that was enjoyable to you. I'm sorry I'm talking like whispering, but it's nighttime and I'm right by the window and I'm like nervous that people can hear me. So yeah, that Plumping Gloss, I love this Plumping Gloss. Okay, so that is the completed look. Thanks for watching. Bye.